boats. That's my ego boats.
The Gargoyle King wants Jughead and me to be together.
Oh.
Ethelhead?
Griffin Queen. The king is dead.
I'm not a Swiftie in the sense that you go, that's a Swiftie, but I'm a Swiftie in the sense that I like Taylor Swift.
Very Swifty core, you'll note a poster on F.P. Jones's wall. James Dean starring in Rebel Without a Cause.
If we will remember, that was the last movie that they played at the Twilight Drive-In before its closure.
We open with a little afternoon delight of Phallus.
Phallus has fucked, and they're like, what about Jughead and Betty? They know about griffins and gargoyles.
And FP has a jelly bean tattoo right above his nipple for his only daughter.
Jelly bean, of course.
You catter.
You catter.
You catter.
So from one Jones man and Cooper woman to, well, another.
Putting the F in the funker.
Yes, the funker.
Yeah, this is our first funkering.
With the vintage pin up on the wall.
Jughead and Betty are getting it on freaky style in the bunker where they found a scout like days ago.
And he was living off canned food, so it can't be, it's rank in there, I know it.
But it's the funker, so the funker rules all.
It does. It's got like a Viagra hold on all of these teenagers.
Bughead is talking about griffins and gargoyles as well. Betty is like traumatized about Ben committing in front of them, and that's valid.
They're gonna try to figure out more about the griffins and gargoyles. They're gonna see maybe if they could talk to Ethel about it again without her seizuring in front of them.
They do remember that Evelyn was there for both Betty and Ethel's seizures. So that's one kind of investigative path. And then
Juggy's gonna go and try to get the manual for Griffins and Gargoyles.
Yes, but this all comes out later. This. No, that came out later, after dinner in the study. They kind of corner Ethel. She's back at school.
Well, she's back real soon, and she is hugging Evelyn Never in the hallway.
In the halls. According to Ethel, during the Bughead interrogation, Evelyn is hosting a youth support group, a high school version of the farm that is being planted in Riverdale.
And it's sponsored by Waldo.
Waldo is on board. Waldo is compromised, I fear. Waldo just always seemed compromised to me.
Yeah.
Someone over here was really big Waldo head.
Well, it's just sort of like, you know, I just see greatness and I have to talk about it.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Ethel denies Betty's request to like get more information about G&G because she said, by the way, you'll never be worthy. And Betty's like, right.
But Ethel is very open and willing to accommodate Jughead's interests because Jughead is Edgelord 17 and is worthy.
And she may or may not have a crush on him.
But that's neither here nor there. So
we're at Pops and Betty is like, hey, my lovely Veronica, whatever happened to that speakeasy you were gonna open up? And Veronica's like, well, to be honest with you, Betty, it's been ready for a while now, but I've been waiting on Archie to come home. And Betty's like, no, this is exactly what he didn't want. He wants you to live your life, Veronica. And she goes, okay, we're going to open Le Bon Nuit.
Ronnie has enlisted the help of none other than Reginald Mantle to be her little lackey and her barkeep.
For their mocktails, of course.
Mocktails. But yeah, Veronica has enlisted the help of Reggie, Josie to perform, and Kevin to MC all of Le Bon Nuit's happenings. And yeah, Reggie is kind of like the tough muscle-y, and he has a landline phone connected with upstairs. So Pop Tate can kind of like give the speakeasy a heads up if any shenaniganery is happening. And well, you guessed it, shenaniganery is afoot because Reggie reports Painter Peabody has entered the villa.
And she's like, well, Veronica, I bet this place is as nice downstairs as it is upstairs.
How does Penny know about the unopened Le Bon Nuit?
And she's like, I would hate if anything happened down there at the speakeasy. If you just pay my ghoulies to keep you safe, then everything should be fine. And Veronica's like, I won't be shook down, ghouly woman.
Ronnie leaves the Penny Peabody shakedown being like, who is like also engaged in war with Penny Peabody that I could like team up with? Well, it's Choni, of course, at the student
Of
lounge.
course.
Yeah.
And Ranita is like, guys, Penny Peabody came and she shook me down. And I really just want to get some dirt on her.
Yeah.
Do you guys know where we can get some dirt on her? And they're like, well, the White Worm. That's where the drug lab is, the new drug lab.
So Veronica has successfully put a plan into action to handle the ghoulie Pinita shakedown. But oh no, that's not the only minor villain that's coming up against Veronica Lodge this episode. We cut back to Le Bon Nuit. Reggie is unpacking big boxes from upstairs and he's shirtless because it's just so big lifty. And Ronnie's like, oh, perfect. That's all for opening night. Go ahead and open it up, Reginald. Well, he does. It's not napkins and coasters.
And noisemakers. It's jingle jangle.
Ronnie's like, hey, I didn't order that. Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding. The call from Pop Tate upstairs. Turns out Sheriff Minetta is there right now trying to do an inspection. So Ronnie flies upstairs and she's like, Reggie, hide the drugs. I'm gonna stall and get Sheriff Minetta like out of our hair.
The veggie seeds are happening.
The veggie seeds are planted and just wait till they take root. Reggie hides the drugs and Sheriff Minetta is like, okay, you're clean for now, you kidder. But I'm also looking for donations to the underfunded sheriff's department. So like, maybe if I do any more surprise raids, you could also think about donating to that.
I take cash.
And Ronnie's like, my goodness. A second shakedown in one day? This feels targeted. What connects Sheriff Minetta and Penny Peabody? Hiram Lodge, my father. So Ronnie is like, don't pee me. Oh, Daddy Kens, why are you targeting the opening of Le Bon Nuit? Tangent. Have I been reading Reggie / Archie fanfic? Some stuff has been coming across my desk.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Archie, what's that cat gotten himself into at Leopold and Loeb?
Well, let me tell you, he's been in solitary confinement for like 3 weeks.
He'll-
Fred can't come see him because Warden Norton is like, he was a bad boy and started a riot. And Fred was like, you'll be hearing from my lawyer, which like, yeah.
You'll remember Warden Norton tapped Archie at the end of last episode and has selected him for something. But it seems like Archie is refusing to acquiesce to said tap. Following the advice of Mad Dog, Archie is in solitary confinement basically until he gives up.
Even then, it seems like he's not budging. So Warden Norton grabs him, puts a fucking bag over his head, takes him to where? The pit.
It's a underground juvenile delinquent teen boy fight club. Anyone can come bet on the boys. Fight club. Prison fight club. Woo, 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 woo. Mad Dog was the old like MVP heavyweight champion, but he's been, retired to somewhere. Mystery. Archie is now either going to take his place or we zoom in to the current fight that's happening at this teen fight club and Joaquin DeSantos is in the ring.
And it's not looking good, guys. He's got about 2 hits before he goes down.
And Warden Norton is like, Archie, do you want Joaquin to wake up in the hospital infirmary or safely snug in his cell tomorrow morning? You choose, Archiekins. Will you be my new Mad Dog? Or are you going to make Joaquin bleed? And so now, following all of Archie's character built up to this moment, he is in fact going to sacrifice himself to save someone else, Archie's in the pit.
Ooh.
He's like low key really good though. He, let's just say, one hit KO his opponent. And Warden Norton is like, Archiekins, that was not exciting at all.
In Archie's cell after Archie's big fight win, he's like, I want to see blood, Archie. I want to see people suffer. You
Yeah.
need to make it longer. You need to entertain me.
Yeah. Archie does still get spoils of war for
Mhm.
winning. So
Mhm.
he asks for a bunch of cheeseburgers from Pops as his winnings. Archie is sharing his Pops with all of the other tapped divas
Including a
prison.
blonde guy named Baby Teeth.
Joaquin's also there. Joaquin's giving like arm and cast. Archie's trying to figure out, how do I put on a show for everyone?
But maintain my morals.
Yeah. We cut over to Sunnyside Trailer Park where, well, Choni's having a bit of a photo shoot. Veronica is clomping up to Choni to be like, okay, divas, we gotta go scope out the White Worm, Nausicaa, and see what those ghoulies are up to.
And it's a full-on, like, meth lab
It's
down
a
there.
jingle lab, if we're being accurate. Now Ronnie fully has enough blackmail, little footage, pictures of Hiram's drug lab to threaten him and be like, Daddykins, I would like if you take off your cronies and stop trying to shake me down at La Bonne Nuit, and you are going to give me a $10,000 a month allowance to run La Bonne Nuit. And Hiram is like,
I'm proud of you.
yeah.
He's very much like that.
Yeah.
He's a freak. He's gorgeous. Mark Consuelos is gorgeous, okay? Hiram is a freak. So, guys, things are about to get real. Okay? Things are about to get real. Jughead is playing G&G.
Ethel is like, Juggy, for your initiation, meet me at the Funker. Ethel is in full Princess Etheline getup.
It's sexually tense from her.
From her.
Jughead is just like, I don't know, fucking roll a 3, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Ethel is like, okay, you enter a path in the woods. There's 2 goblets before you. And she moves the little Game Master screen, and it's 2 of the chalices. And Jughead is like, whoa. I'm not gonna ascend.
I'm in the back of the club. Bass go, pum. Gonna do what bass always does. Doing always like bubblegum. Sugar water cyanide.
Ethel is like, you gotta drink, Juggy. Pick one, blue-lipped diva.
And once you do, I'll give you the manual.
And so Jughead is like, ma, and then he drinks. And he's fine. So yay, good Jughead. And Ethel's like, there's actually another rule in the game book that I forgot to tell you, but like, whoever plays the Hellcaster, in order to get the manual, they do have to, I don't know, kiss the princess. Ethelhead, kiss on our screens. And Jug's like, oh my god, the G&G manual. He's flipping through it. Spooky images, gargoyle kings, la 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 la.
And then all of a sudden,
Ethel drinks from the other cup, the infamously poisoned one.
and Jughead's like, oh my god, and
What
takes
the
her to
heck?
the hospital.
Yeah, so they flit over to the hospital, and Ethel gets some, restraints.
Because she did try to commit.
Jughead is like, okay, diva, you need some help. I'm gonna take this manual. Is this the only one? And Ethel's like, yes, that is in fact the only copy. Betty has been a little bit less successful, trying to ingratiate herself and pretend to be interested in the farm. Evelyn is like, oh my gosh, Betty, I really hope that you're able to like join us and come in. You're not taking any medications, are you? Right? Because like, we gotta get you off of this.
Yeah, like we've been weaning Ethel off her medication. Like, we do not want you to be on any medication for your seizures. It's like, okay.
Betty goes home later, and she's like, what are all these cars doing in front of the house? It's Woo Woo Alice and a bunch of diva farm hands having woo woo circle time. And Betty's like, whoa, what's this? And Evelyn is there, and she's like, Betty, oh my god, I'm so excited. Welcome to your first like testimony. And Betty's like,
where's your dad? And everybody's like, oh, you don't just meet Edgar. Come on.
you gotta work up to that.
You gotta work up to that. And so she's like, okay, well, what's a testimony? And they're like, oh, you just tell us your deepest, darkest secrets, but it's okay. It's like just us girls. Your mom already told us about the whole shady man that you guys killed in your kitchen and the whole chick stuff, and also like the S&M stuff with the wig
And the
and the
self-harm and your
self-harm and your
diaries.
cam girl era. Oh my God, what?
Alice spilt all the beans. And Betty is rightfully like, WTF, my diva mother. That's so crazy. They're actually gonna use all of this against you. It's a cult. I've been investigating griffins and gargoyles. How do we know that Edgar isn't the Gargoyle King? And Evelyn is like, diva, the very first that any of the farmies ever heard about griffins and gargoyles was from your mother.
And Betty's like, what?
So it seems like whatever shady stuff happened in the 80s, Alice did tell the farmies about it. With that, it's time for the big event of the episode. Everybody gets to convene at the opening of La Bonne Nuit. Betty and Jughead are walking in. Cheryl and Tony are walking
They
in.
look good as fuck.
As hell. Reggie's manning the door.
He looks great.
And Kevin's emceeing. Ronnie's flitting around, you know, celebrating the moment. And Cheryl's like, oh my God, diva. Picture, picture, picture. We got a post about La Bonne Nuit's grand opening. Yes. Congrats, V. Stoked on the grand opening. Boss lady. Hashtag kind comments.
Diva, what? No, because Cheryl Bombshell is not posting this.
This is a big celebration of Veronica's slayfulness, but suddenly she's getting a little ring-a-ding-ding on the black phone. Hiram Lodge is upstairs, and Veronica's like, what are you doing crashing my grand opening? I already blackmailed you, GTFO. And he's like, but Ronnie, I just came to support you. I even brought the giant picture of you, the portrait that was over my desk. Feels like it could have a better home at your kingdom instead of mine. And Ronnie's like, you kidder, get downstairs. It's now time for the grand opening number, performed by Josephine McCoy.
Anything goes. Oh, world's gone mad today.
We can, I think, address the elephant in the room. Who is attending La Bonne Nuit?
Because it's packed.
But are there that many teens
who are willing and able to go to a speakeasy in the bottom of a chocolate shop?
Much in the classic Riverdale fashion, we're cutting back and forth between the final number of the episode and the climactic crazy thing of the episode, which is, you may remember, Archie's big fight that he has to draw out while maintaining his moral composure.
So the way that he decides to do it is to have the other guy, beat him up a lot.
Yeah, so Archie is...
Instead of beating the other guy up a lot.
Yeah. He's
like, hit me, bitch!
Hit me, bitch! And the kid is like,
okay!
And Warden Norton is just cheering.
He is sitting there like... and it's like, ugh, get off my screen, freak.
So they like finally go to the end of the fight. Archie's like, okay, I made this one last. This one was really entertaining. Boom, 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 knockout. And the other kid falls to the floor, and Warden Norton goes, that boy is a star.
Ugh, castrate him.
So Archie sees all of the winnings, and he's like, I tried to maintain my morals tonight, but oh my goodness, this place is testing me.
So now Archie goes to the guys, baby teeth Joaquin et al.
Yeah.
And he's like, guys, we're gonna escape.
Yeah, we're busting out of this joint. And Joaquin is like, hells yeah, brother. We go back to Sunnyside Trailer Park, where Juggie's gonna show Betty the manual. But Phallus is there, and they've intercepted.
And FP is screaming about Jughead having blue lips and playing the game and blah, blah, blah. And they're giving off a lot of shit like they know exactly what's going on.
Phallus takes the manual out into the front yard, drop it into the bonfire. So Juggy's back at school the next day, and he's like, what are we going to do the investigation? Wait, what is Cheryl Bombshell holding right now? You guessed it. Ethel snuck a copy of the Griffins and Gargoyles manual into every student's locker at Riverdale High.
And we're learning this while she's praying on her hands and knees to the Gargoyle King, who is in the fucking hospital. So I wonder what that will mean.
Blue lips, maybe. So this episode was
Kind of boring.
Yeah, not a lot happened.
But it was fun.
But it was fun. We did get a lot more tertiary characters this episode. 3 Reggie stills.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
eating good tonight.
Now we know our biases are our biases are showing up, but you know it's okay.
Heavy Ethel episode, which I love.
Oh yeah, and we have Ethelhead on the board.
Ethelhead is canon, so all the haters can go. Can you tie a cherry with your teeth?
No. Well, not with my teeth.
With your tongue.
I've never like sat down and like really tried. I feel like somehow it would get lodged in my throat and I would like suffocate and die. So maybe that's why I haven't tried.